my God, it is so windy. Sorry if you hear the windows literally shaking. I was doing a little AMA on Instagram because I've been MIA on social, so I just wanted to catch up. And I realized that there's a lot of questions. So I figured let's answer some of them on here so that I can answer a few more and a little bit more of a longer format than just a quick little text box. A lot of people are confused on the fertility treatment. So I just wanted to share kind of a breakdown of what Taryn and I are doing, why we chose what we are doing. I am doing the treatments that lead up to the FET, which is a frozen embryo transfer. I have been a little vague about the timeline. As much as I wanna share everything and share it in real time, because I think that's super helpful, I don't want to share the exact timing of when we will do the transfer and then therefore hopefully be pregnant. Just because if it doesn't work, I think that's gonna be a little bit of a tough time. And I think the less people I have to break that news to, the better. So I think I will share everything with you guys eventually. I think just for the time being until I emotionally process either getting pregnant or needing to do another transfer, whatever it may be. I just don't want to have to be answering those questions. But I promise I will share everything as I feel comfy to do so. Taryn is done with treatments. Some people got confused that she was doing treatments too. She's done. We have 2 embryos from her egg retrievals. So as long as we are able to get pregnant, she is completely done with her part in all of this. Some people asked how we are feeling about LA right now with the fires and just everything. I guess the sum of it is not good. We both love LA. I am days away from my 10-year anniversary living in LA. I don't see myself living anywhere else. Anytime we talk about it, we've always been like, if we leave LA, it would be for the outskirts of LA. There's a lot of little pockets that we love. We just don't know what the long-term effects of the air quality is. It's definitely not good. And I have asthma and allergies, so that's not great. Taryn has health anxiety, so we know that there is a lot of toxic stuff in the air, but it's very hard to know exactly how bad it is. Someone asked what my favorite ways to decompress are, and if I have any self-care hero products or practices. This round of fertility treatments has me so not good mentally. I am anxious and depressed and going like this. Never know which one I'm gonna get. The best thing I have found for me is routine, which I'm not in right now. We are still at my in-laws, but we are going home tomorrow. So that's really gonna help. And doing busy work with my hands. So last night we went to Target and got a Lego set. I built a little McLaren F1 car and that was really, really nice. Have you started buying baby things? No. Well, yes and no. Mainly no, but I haven't really wanted to buy anything. One, because it feels crazy to already do that this early. We don't have the space for it. We don't have a dedicated area for it. But also, I don't know, just superstition, don't want to jinx anything yet. One of our friends has bought us a couple things, which is so cute. A little vintage t-shirt and vintage shoes. Our baby's gonna have the cutest style. I cannot wait. The amount of these DMs, I'm gonna cry. I'm just so hormonal right now. The amount of these messages that are just no question, just wanted to share that I've been following you for 10 years and I'm just so excited to see you be a mom is it's just so crazy that some of the most pivotal years of my life have been spent with you guys. So many ups, so many downs. You guys are my longest relationship ever. Why estrogen shots, the pills worked for our FET prep? Listen, that's a question for my doctor that I don't even want to ask because I'm just annoyed. I hate injections and these have been horrific, but that's what he does. And he is incredibly successful in what he does. He has one of the highest success rates. So he's expert. I'm letting him do what he wants to do. I know that some people do estrogen suppositories or patches or pills and not many people do injections, but hey, that it is what it is. And I just am trying to suck it up because if it helps at all get me to the finish line, then I'm gonna do it. Are you considering an at-home birth? My friend asked me this the other day, and honestly, I've never really considered it or looked into it. I don't want to want that because I know it would freak Taryn out so badly. With her health anxiety, I think it's really beneficial to be in a hospital with every medical option available. Would y'all ever go on tour? You know, we've thought about it. I think that our podcast would be really, really fun to do live and just like have an event where we actually get to hang out with everyone and like make it a little sleepover vibe would just be so much fun. And I just kind of feel like it's what the podcast is meant to feel like. Life is hectic, so I just don't know if that's in the cards, but definitely not off the table. Okay, I saw one more question that I really wanted to answer. Somebody asked if we are gonna let our babies know the donor or if it's gonna be anonymous. I will do a full breakdown video on just like donor information for you guys, but we worked with the Seed Scout, which was incredible because it's a known donor service. It's kind of like donor matchmaking, and you just get to decide everything. It's so nice. So we know our donor. We adore him. He's so wonderful. We have not met him in person yet, but we have Zoomed. We text all the time about donor stuff and just life. Like, he's just so great. We had to do therapy with him. It's been such a wonderful process, and like how I feel the donor process should be, and I'm so glad that this exists for people who want it. But yes, we do want our kids to know who he is. We kind of are seeing it as like an uncle figure. Taryn and I both grew up with family friends being like aunts and uncles who are not really aunts and uncles biologically, but we call them that. And we kind of want that to be the vibe of this person. That's just what has felt comfortable to us. We want our kids to have every option that they want, and we don't know what they're gonna want. So for now, we're just gonna be like keeping in contact with him. And then once our kids are old enough to kind of like make more decisions for themselves, they're gonna run the show, and it's gonna be what they want. If they're like, we don't want any contact with him, that's it. Dunzo. If they're like, oh, I actually like want to visit him and get to know him, they're gonna have that too. So it's really nice that we have that option, and like incredible communication and understanding with our donor. Good morning. Afternoon. It's almost noon. It's 11:30. I'm feeling a little bit better. I am just kind of like accepting that this round of hormones is making me depressed. It is what it is. I'm gonna talk to my doctor and just see if I can and should go on Lexapro again. I went on Lexapro with my luteal phase for my PMDD. I have terrible PMDD. Before my period, I get very depressed. It's like PMS in overdrive. So my doctor had me go on Lexapro the 2 weeks leading up to my period, and then 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. And I just feel like although that helped, I think in addition to PMDD, I also probably have a bit of just generalized depression. So I felt like it was kind of just pushing off when I would have those lower depression days. And at least whenever it happened right before my period, I could be prepared. I knew it was coming. I knew why it was happening. And I felt kind of at ease being able to expect that. Then when I was taking the Lexapro, I felt much better leading up to my period. But then like during my period or a week after my period, times where I didn't typically feel low, I would dip again. So I think for me, I probably just need to be on an antidepressant every day to just like baseline manage it. Then I started doing research about how maybe you shouldn't be on antidepressants when you're pregnant, and that freaked me out. So I just kind of stopped and was like, I need to look into this and know and make sure I'm doing all the right things for our baby. Today is Monday, and I am just trying to like get in my routine. I went on a walk with my friend Amy, and that always makes me feel so good. It rained in LA, so the air quality is much better today. So to just like get to be outside without fear of the air quality and just like move my body a little bit really, really helped. And now I'm reading the comments on my last YouTube video, and you guys are just so sweet for the most part. Some people were not matching the vibe, but everyone sharing their IVF and IUI experiences and just like encouragement, just so sweet. It's been so nice to get to hear y'all's stories and not feel so alone. I was trying to read stories on Reddit, but I don't know, Reddit can just be like a little too intense and a bit much. So just like talking to people that I know are in this little safe community really helped. This is my 5th estrogen shot, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's with the saran wrap, Hannah?
So I'm trying to fix the pain of all this. I'm using the lidocaine. I put like a little gauze on it last time, but I saw to just put like saran wrap over it. So honestly, if you are doing the intramuscular shots, sometimes you don't feel them at all, and then other times you feel them a lot. It's so hit or miss.
I'd also like to get to a point where it is less miss so that you're not scared every time you take it.
I think I'll always be scared, especially because at one time with my muscle having a spasm, that
was pretty dramatic.
I'm always gonna be scared that's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Her bum seized up. It was so sad. I thought when I walked in here and I saw this, I thought this was like a TikTok prank. She was gonna pull on me. Cutest butt in town. You guys can't see this, but her butt is just so freaking cute.
All right, I'm gonna let this just sit
It's
for
honestly
like,
beautiful.
it feels kind of nice. I'm just gonna let that sit for like a half an hour. I'll tear in showers. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna heat the area.
Okay. Should we do your whole body?
And lidocaine?
Or even lotion? Lube. Just
Lube.
kidding.
Okay.
Love you.
I love you
It's gonna
too.
be okay, honey.
I'm so sick of this.
You are a trooper. You're amazing. You're funny. You're present. You're great.
I don't feel any of those things right now.
That doesn't
none
matter.
of
If
them.
you don't feel them, doesn't matter.
Well, I'm not any of those things right now. Present?
I think you're very present in this moment. You don't, wouldn't you say?
Frankie thinks so.
And you are a present.
That was sweet. Love you. Love you. Done. That was your best one yet.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was amazing. Oh, I love you. Good job.
Good job, you. Perfect. Job's done. Take my toolkit.
All done. All up, and we're still alive.